Good evening, everyone. I call this meeting to order. It's a regular city council meeting, Wednesday, May 8th, 2024. May I get a roll call, please?
Corrigan here.
Heskey here.
Uchari here.
Jensen here.
All right, flag salute, please. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. All right, at this time, it's time for public comment. Pam, do you have public comment this evening? All right. Robert?
No, thank you.
All right. Ken?
No.
All right. All right, agenda updates or additions, and those have been placed in our packets, Angie?
Yeah, there was a few things that were missing from the packet that I included, or I emailed you guys. I printed them for you, and then there are some up here for the public if they want to look at those. There are a couple of subtractions actually that we have from the agenda. First, I wanted to address the hearing being rescheduled, so everybody understands what's going on with that.
Yeah.
We have notice requirements that we have to meet in order to hold hearings. And I had it posted everywhere, sent to the News Register, and unfortunately they had a mishap at the News Register and did not get it printed on the 3rd as we needed it to be in order to have the budget hearing on this day. The other 2 hearing notices were ran in the paper, so those are good to go today. So we are just rescheduling the budget hearing for a special city council meeting on May 15th at 6:30 p.m. So that we can meet all the notice requirements. Second, we're going to be removing Recology Western Oregon waste from our new business to discuss this evening. We had an issue with a citizen taking information from the packet, misinterpreting it. And the citizen called Mr. Blue directly to inform him of an error that didn't really exist, which caused a little bit of confusion. So I spoke with Mr. Blue yesterday. He cordially requested that we remove Recology from our discussion today so that he can present the information at a later council meeting and be available to answer any questions that the council or the public may have. I just wanted to say for the record, if anyone from the public has questions regarding an agenda, if they reach out to me at City Hall, I'd be happy to look into that information rather than contacting the agencies or vendors that are listed on our agenda and packet. We put it online for transparency and for information. And it just causes a lot of confusion when you have random people reaching out to the people that are listed on that.
No doubt.
So I am available at City Hall if anybody has any questions regarding the packet or the agenda or the information in it. Another subtraction from the agenda, so this meeting is shorter, is the MAD presentation. They are not going to be able to make it tonight and are hoping to reschedule that at a later date.
All right. Mayor Potter, are you on this evening?
Nope.
No, not yet, probably.
I have to switch her over.
While that's going on, I will add that it's come to my attention that there have been individuals that do not represent the city that have been contacting outside sources and vendors as well, which could potentially become a invoice billing to the city. So I'm admonishing everyone that it's important to contact the city and have the correct officials be making those contacts if there are issues. Because if we do get invoices of things that we didn't request at the city, then we'll be denying those and holding those responsible that did do that to that individual or individuals that made those inferences or cost those invoices.
Yeah.
All right, next on the agenda is the consent agenda. So we have financial statement to current, minutes 12/13/23, and minutes from 1/10/24.
I make a motion to approve the consent agenda as is.
Corrigan second.
All right, any questions? Okay, let's vote, shall we?
Corrigan, aye. SEI.
HRI, aye.
Jensen, I.
Potter, aye.
Hi, Bet.
Hello, everyone.
Is it sunny there?
No, it's stormy and rainy.
Oh my gosh, it's beautiful here. Sorry to hear that.
Well, I'm on my way home tomorrow.
There you go. All right, let's move on to the public hearing. All right, we now open the hearing for state revenue sharing and possible use. This is a public hearing for anyone who would have comment on accepting the state revenue funds for the 2024-2025 fiscal year budget. We now open public comment. We ask that all comments are limited to no more than 3 minutes. Does anyone from the public have comment regarding us using state revenue given funds?
I think it's a good idea.
Thank you, AJ. All right. Okay, at this time, I will close the public comment. And we now close the hearing for state revenue sharing. And let's do it again, shall we? Hearing for code amendment formula business. We now open the hearing to adopt a formula business code amendment in the Central Business District. The formula business code amendment included in the packet has been approved and recommended by the Planning Commission. They have held already a notice public hearing for the recommendation. Per our municipal code, the Planning Commission's recommendation shall be submitted to City Council, and the City Council shall hold a public hearing on the proposed amendment. It can be approved by the council in resolution, or it can be referred back to the Planning Commission for further review. We now open public comment. We ask that all comments are limited to no more than 3 minutes. Does anyone from the public have a comment regarding the Planning Commission order of recommendation for formula business code amendment in the Central Business District? All right, hearing none. I'd like to close public comment. Discussion by council. So it looks like we're either going to adopt or refer back to the commission.
I think that they've done a competent job. I think that they've put together a good platform to get us started, and I think that they've left it where it's something that can be modified if and when is needed. So I would approve it.
I concur. All right. Can I get a motion?
Oh, you're all prepared and I'm not.
That's all right. Give yourself a moment.
Oh, yay.
So just look at the first sentence.
Of the,
Yeah, open the hearing. So formula business code amendment in the Central Business District. So that's what we're approving. Make a motion to adopt.
so make a motion to adopt the Formula Business Code Amendment, CBD.
Uh-huh. Can I get a second?
Jensen, second.
All right, can I get a vote, please?
Corrigan, aye.
HRI.
Jensen, I.
All right.
Potter, aye.
Sorry, Bet, I keep forgetting about you. Thank you, Ken, for all your hard work. Okay. That, and Ken, on that note, you're up.
Okay. Well, it's just a brief report. Last time we're in the midst of the lighting code for nuisance lighting in the city of Silva. A similar thing will be coming to you. And Walt brought us a collection of other lighting ordinances from around the area, towns big and small, and close and far. And there were a lot of different purposes for why you would do it. And among them were, nuisance lighting, just hitting you in the face at night. Circadian rhythm, like we sleep better when it's dark out. Night skies, light pollution, and animals. It was a convincing argument from one of the cities about animals need darkness to do what they do naturally. So I'm looking up and down the row and everybody's nodding. Yeah, that sounds good. Looked at it, Lynn, we sound like a bunch of tree huggers here, Lynn. And he goes, well, on this. So anyway, we didn't see a purpose we didn't like. And so Walt goes, okay, I'll put it together. So next time we'll be looking at ordinances that just prevent the gas station from, knocking us over when we go by, for example. And that's basically it. Any questions?
Will that be set up retroactively so that, because they've already applied to put in, so as they're building, it would have to be,
My understanding is, and not, last word on this, but they haven't submitted their lighting plan yet.
okay,
So I think we did get ahead of them on that.
Thank you, Angie.
cool.
All right, and that's what's going on besides the and the combination and the modernization of the Title 10 and 11 and putting those together. We talked over with Walt, and I think he's always very careful not to go off without city council approval and budget approval and checking in with that. But I think we have to convince him, yes, they like it. Yes, it's okay. And he gets all those nods and then he goes to work on it. So we're expecting a whole pile of code to compare 10, 11 and how he's put it together.
Very nice.
That's it.
Thank you, Angie. Thank you, Ken.
Sure.
All right. New business. Consider applications for new water advisory members. Kathy Phillips, reapplying, Robert Davis, Patty Perrin. Applications are in our packet. I saw them when I was looking at it. Maybe not.
They are. Did you need a copy?
No, just direct me. Are they towards the back? Maybe
So
there's
pay, yeah, they're
It's like the middle.
right in the middle.
That's all right. I already looked at them. Okay, do we need to have a discussion about that? How many open? I think there were 3 open.
There were 3 openings, so with these applications, it would make it a full water advisory committee. We would be able to hold an elite meeting and choose a chair for the committee.
Who else is on that committee, Angie, do you know?
Right now, Marcy and Jason. I believe are the only other 2.
City council. All right. Any discussion?
I don't have any.
Marcy? I would take a motion.
I make a motion to approve the applicants for the Water Advisory Commission.
Would you mind stating their names?
Kathy Phillips, Patty Perrin, and Robert Davis.
Thank you. Second?
Jensen second.
Okay, please vote.
Corrigan, I.
HRI.
Jensen, I.
All right.
Potter, I.
Forgetting that she's there and I feel so bad. All right, isn't B interesting? Acronym review discussion approval.
Yes, that's right. That's what that
So
is.
if I read that. All right. Angie, would you mind explaining this to me? Item B under new business.
I think, Greg, you wanna take this one? But,
Large acronym,
Acronym.
letter B.
The middle of Valley Council of Government,
yes.
Oh, that's all that is?
COG.
I like COG better. Okay.
What questions do you have?
Just what is the service plan contract? Is that something that is annual? This is just housekeeping?
Yeah, it's a continual contract agreement that we have had with COG. And what they do is they assist as they have in the past and currently with anything that we need, but in this case, particularly, they're working on a few grants for us right now.
Nice.
So they assist us with what we need in ask of what they have in their contract of what they can assist us with, the city with. And currently, with grant writing is what they're helping us with.
Nice. Nice, I didn't realize we had that service.
So we are approving a new contract with them this evening. I would take a motion.
Counselor Achari,
Yeah, I bet.
Raising her hand.
Good
I have a
job.
quick question, please.
Mhm.
This is an update, and in the update, has there been an increase in the amount that they are charging for their services?
It does vary, but I have not seen anything as far as a inference that they're gonna be doing any increases for their fees.
They did include the fees in the statement.
Right.
Are those different from the previous agreement?
Yes, but I don't know to what extent.
Okay.
Is
We
it
can
itemized
assume
by
that they-
service then?
I'm sorry.
Is it itemized by service? It's so much,
Yes.
okay.
Yes.
I have no further questions. Thank you.
Mhm.
All right, I'm sorry, I have Monday brain and it's Wednesday. Did we already approve that? New contract? No, okay, I would take a motion, please.
I move to approve the MWVCOG service plan contract. For 2020.
All right, let's vote please.
Corrigan, I.
ASCII, aye. HRI,
Jensen, I.
Potter, I.
Item C, supplemental budget for planning contract services, staff report. Angie, are you reporting on that?
Oh, yeah, this one was provided for, I'm sorry. This was provided by Ross. I believe that, we had accounted, I don't wanna say the budget year, so not this fiscal year, but the previous fiscal year, we had accounted for additional costs for lawyers and, engineering reviews for the Park Meadows, development going in. That we didn't use those the previous year. So when we budgeted for this current fiscal year, we reduced the amount to pay for all those things, and Park Meadows is now going in. So we are over, I believe, that one's not included in the packet. The amounts. I don't know the amounts.
42,000.
My head.
On staff report, resolution R-821.
42,400.
Yes.
Okay, so, he has included a staff report to, and the budget allows for that amount. And we, need a supplemental budget so that we can make a transfer and cover the invoices that are coming in.
Thank you. Any questions?
I don't have any questions.
So Shay, if you're gonna make a motion on this one, just say, make a motion to approve resolution, then read the number, and then say what that resolution is. Since you're on fire tonight.
I think it's like Marcy's turn.
I think it's your turn. You're on fire tonight.
Okay, so I make a motion to approve resolution IAR 821, the supplemental budget for 2023-24, city of Yano budget. Yeah,
A.
huh? It's a 1A, 1A R 824.
Okay, can I get a second?
Jensen, second.
Vote please.
Corrigan, I.
ASCII, aye. HRI, aye.
Jensen, I.
Potter, I.
Thank you so much. Okay, administration staff report. Is that you, Greg? No, I don't know.
I was reading the resolution 821. There's information as far as staff reports that is included with the packet, as well as the police department report. Has everyone had an opportunity to look at that? And does anyone have any questions? What we also had a discussion on as staff and decided, as you saw, and hopefully there'll still be a few trickling in, is that with the conversation of moving forward with the city administrator and that candidate that we do have, I think it would be beneficial as well as for all staff members and for all of city council. We had documentation of what our job descriptions are that we included, as well as what we do. And kind of described as a day-to-day, so in other words, that isn't something that we do every day, but most of it is, but basically the day-to-day is within a month, so that's was included as well to council as far as information. Does anybody have any questions about any of that? And everyone's been busy, and I also had a technician install the new Wi-Fi in here, so if anybody was having trouble with Wi-Fi, we now have another Wi-Fi that was installed in here. So hopefully that connection will last better, and the connections with our services will last better. I attended a digital summit this week that talks about technologies and information, and so it's vitally important, as I understand it. I'm learning technology, and a lot of that stuff was way above my pay grade of what they were talking about. I literally was Googling acronyms of what they were talking about. But technology is important, so it's nice to be able to have that and to be able to communicate with the public in our community, and have the technologies that we do. So we're looking for different advancements for that as far as connection speeds and so forth, and having dependable equipment. We have been working on a lot of things, as you see. Does anybody have any questions about anything in the report of what we're currently working on, or?
No, kudos, though, Greg. It's very thorough and I really like that. Thank you so much. It's a lot of work. Thank you.
It is, and it's a great effort of all staff to be able to do all of that. I know it's, everyone, as you have seen with the day-to-days,
Excuse me, gentlemen. Thank you.
is extremely busy. So to take the time to do that is appreciative. And again, hopefully more will be trickling in so that the city will have a full benefit of what all the staff are doing, as well as anyone else coming in as a candidate for city administrator.
Awesome. Thank you for your hard work, and please thank staff for me. So my understanding, we have cameras down at the Public Works.
Yes.
They're working, that's to monitor the fuel station, et cetera.
Yeah, we had cameras down there, so these are upgraded cameras that Brightside Electric installed. There will be installation of cameras up at the park. Again, there's cameras there, but there will be upgraded cameras. And as well, having one at the intersection of Maple and Main Street.
Good. Where in the park will they be located?
That would be a Brad Brightside and us going up there to determine exactly the specific locations, and working with the Public Works with Jason to see where he would want them up there as well.
Probably by the restrooms for vandalism, et cetera. Yeah.
Different locations, but where that one is specifically at the restroom, I would feel beneficial to have it moved to a different location, but same area.
Yeah.
And then the different outbuildings there and an area that will cover the playgrounds and so forth.
Thank you. And then Greg, Police Department.
Oh, thank you. I included that. Everyone get that report as well from the police department.
Yes.
So there is I didn't get anything thrown at me by Angie because I sent her a couple of emails just before the meeting that she's going to be posting for the public. So during the Memorial Weekend and throughout this month, starting the 20th and lasting through the 2nd of June, there is a traffic safety enforcement for the seatbelt use. So we'll be focusing on, as we do, the speed enforcement, the distracted driving, also DUIs and seatbelts. So they'll be the primary 4 focuses that we'll be doing. And it's a joint effort. So not just the city of Yamhill will be doing that. There's all throughout Oregon and all throughout the United States through the federal grant funding. So just to let everyone know that we'll be out there, and that would be the reasoning, is to focus on those things as well as the other things of traffic enforcement. So there'll be a notification going out and notification on the agenda board or on the display board about that, just to give everyone a heads up to keep an eye out for everything and to drive safely.
Put your seatbelt on.
And wear your seatbelt on.
All right.
We have been, as a county, working on House Bill Measure 4002. And I've been attending meetings and will be in Salem tomorrow attending, having conversations to figure out a protocol for what that bill is in effect going to take place September 1st. So there's a committee, we're working on that and to figure out how to be in compliance locally here at the city as well as the county and throughout the state in compliance with House Bill 4002. If everyone's familiar with that.
Would you mind just giving us a little brief?
So the state of Oregon made a decision to legalize drugs. And for some reason that they decided that's not a good idea. And not to make light of it because I've been very passionate about it because people are dying.
Yeah.
And we need to stop that. So House Bill 4002 will allow us more resources for those that are willing to get the help. And there'll be committees involved with HHS and with the department, juvenile department, or the adult probation department for supervision and resources through Health and Human Services, HHS, and places for them to go, resources of contacts to immediately get them into contact with when we make contact with them for those that are have substance use disorders, and to get them the resources that they need immediately, and then to make sure that there's a follow through for that. And if it's not followed through, then there will be criminal consequences as a result. So it's going to require a lot of work for us, but the efforts of us and the work that's going to be required will hopefully be worth it. We won't see any changes for a while, but one of the requirements is to keep in the statistics to see what's going on and if it's helping. And if it doesn't, then to readdress it and to figure out what else to do. So drugs will no longer be decriminalized, but there will be resources in place. And strictly my opinion, something that should have been done from the start and what was initially in the language before drugs were decriminalized. So we were working back towards being able to what the initial intent was, is to get those people that need help, the necessary help that they need, and the funding going towards that direction instead of where it ended up.
Wonderful. Thank you. Do you have anything else this evening?
I do not.
Okay. Jason, Public Works.
Yeah, we've just been working with YDA, finishing up the RC track over at Jane Hendricks Park. So that we just completed that little project, which is pretty awesome. Also been working with Josh up at the water plant, getting him ready to kind of take weekend shifts. So water operations for him. Kyle's been doing a lot of course study work with Sacramento State. So he's been kind of pigeonholed behind a computer, in front of a computer, just getting all of his stuff done so he can go in and test for his certifications.
Nice.
We had our DRC, our person who basically signs off on all of our permitting, come through and look over our system. Been working with.
Sorry to interrupt, quick question.
Yeah.
Will Kyle's training then, will he be able to be the DRC?
Yep.
Okay, thank you.
Been working over the subdivision just with some asks that we have as far as a city, trying to make sure that those modifications are made. So far that project's been going pretty well. There's been a lot of more give and take than what we initially saw. Working with AKS in regards to the Merkley money to look at the high level transfer line or transmission line from Hillsborough through us. So it's been a lot of work with that one. There again, working with our engineering staff in regards to the FEMA grant and the reservoir, trying to get some clarification on that. Before we went in there thinking, or at least the engineer went in there thinking that it probably wouldn't happen. After conversations with their people, it's starting to look like it's a more of a possibility. So just looking at funding and things that we're gonna need in the future as far as funding that project, so. That's about all I have.
Things are running smoothly? Good, so when we toured the lagoons and the aerators, when are you anticipating those will arrive?
So now the aerators are off the table right now. Unfortunately, DEQ, we had a conversation with them and they're gonna have to change some of our permitting. To
In
allow
order to
them,
have those?
in order to have those.
Why is
And,
that?
just because of our permit, it states that we can't have aerators, but us and engineering are gonna talk to DEQ and see if, because it betters the system to see if there's some give or take or possibly rewriting our permit. Cause it's
Oh.
currently our permit's about, don't quote me on this, I wanna say it's about 12 years old. So it's time to
So
get
it
it
could be
upgraded.
updated
It
possibly?
needs to be updated, yeah.
All right. Anything else? Thank you so much. Okay, council reports. Not everybody at once. I don't have anything.
I have nothing to report.
Have nothing to report? I don't either.
I have something for council. A question, I guess I could have included in mine, but I wanted to put it now. The city has had legal representation and I've utilized Beery, Elsner and Hammett, BEH, quite a bit. And they've been very useful and responsive. And they provide a service with an attorney that focuses on something for planning. It would be an attorney that specializes in that if we need assistance with anything for planning for the city. With anything having to do with personnel, anything to do with grants and direction on that. Anything to do with any of the new laws that are coming down and compliance of what the city needs to be in. So they have specialized attorneys within their firm that can focus on whatever the city needs.
Wow.
And I've had a contract and renewed the contract with them. And because they've been a resource for us over the last year and are continuing to be. And I've been real comfortable in working with them and I wanted to the city council to address to them to see what their thoughts are of moving forward with a lot of the things that I've been utilizing them for to continue to do that.
So I'm glad you brought that up. That was on my list of things, but I didn't know we'd get to it this meeting. Are we good on our retainer? I know that we had used it at one point last year,
Yes.
but we're good to go. And we have used them before for issues in the city. I think that we've all remember
Been
Heather.
pleased, yeah.
And they've been wonderful, and I think
Yeah.
it's a great resource. Again, they have multiple attorney, whatever it is that you're looking for, they have a separate human that can take care of exactly what we're after. I think it's a great thing.
And they're responsive, because when you reach out for legal services, that's
You,
not
you could need it today.
you could need it right now, yeah.
Yes.
Mhm.
And they've just provided their new fees, which I believe were sent out to all of council to look at and review. We do have a contract with them that's current. And just kind of a comparable with others that are similar. They are, what I've seen, about $150 to $175 less.
Oh. So we have a current contract, is that annual then?
Yes.
And is that something that we just make the choice of which firm we choose to go with? Or do we need to?
Well, I wanted to address during the council time and discussion that that's who I would recommend and who I have been and will continue to be utilizing because of their response and having a point of contact there, which I've spoken with them and they're very comfortable with us doing this. So we have a point of contact there and we would request whatever we need. And then that person would find within their firm, the attorney that would be appropriate for whatever the inquiry or what the request is. And then they have others that in their fees that they're not going to do the things that someone else can do at a lesser rate that has the qualifications within their firm.
And are they willing to go, if need be, to the meetings and planning and those types of things when those issues arise?
Whatever the city needs is what they will have, whatever legal counsel that needs to be represented for the city available.
Perfect.
All right. So you just want general consensus? Or
Just
you've
a
already-
conversation and to see what the council is comfortable with doing. They're already on retainer with us. They have been, so I just wanted to report during council time that that's what I am comfortable with doing and have been doing.
Do we have retainers with other law firms at this point?
Yes,
Do we need them?
not necessarily, but there are others that we have. Acuity Forensic is one of them that we have.
Sure, no,
So if we have something as far as their specialty, that BEH would make a reference to them, which we have in the past.
and then you're just already done.
So that's an example. So like Acuity Forensic is still on retainer and we can utilize them.
But our previous council is no longer on retainer?
I don't know the status. I haven't heard.
Okay.
I haven't received a response.
Counselor Chari,
Yeah.
I would like to back up what Chief Graven is sharing with us in regards to this. He's exactly right. We have been under retainer and in contract with BEH. We're also in contract with the Gowell partnership attorneys, which included our previous attorney or our current attorney, city attorney Tyler. And then we've got also the Lane County COG, I believe, Council of Governments, that also supports us with some legal questions when we need it. So my point to the council is we need to consider maybe reducing our legal representation and stepping out of our contract with the Gowell partnership and reduce it by that. So I'm proposing that the council consider canceling our contract with Tyler and the Gowell partnership.
And that's as simple to do as a phone call or a letter, correct?
I believe so, yes. But we could ask BEH on how to appropriately and kindly do that.
Yeah, I'm in agreement. I would like to see that happen as well.
I would as well.
Me too. All right,
Yeah,
You agree? Yeah.
yes.
all right, we are in agreement, Greg. Please move forward with BEH and then Yvette, who would send the letter to the other firm?
Helger, Reuter, Gal, Frederick and Higgins, PC.
It's easy. It rolls right off the tongue.
It does roll right off the tongue.
We as a city should, as a courtesy, definitely, because it's our agreement between the city and the agency that we need to cancel. So it'd be from the city directly, but we can get counsel from BEH on how to present that. So it's done appropriately.
Perfect. Can you do that, Greg?
Yes.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Yvette.
Thank you.
All right. Anything else? Council report? Okay, information announcements. Shay and Kay, June 7th. Yeah, there's trouble right there. And anything else for the good of the order?
I forgot to include the Beverly Cleary run happening on May 11th and the information announcement.
Oh,
That is also community.
perfect. Thank you. Is that on our website, the Beverly Cleary information?
It's on our website, it is on our deck, and on our TV here at City Hall as well.
Perfect. Thank you.
And they are looking for additional volunteers to help support the fun run. They're the Read Run.
Read run, that's so cute.
Yeah, that's cool.
Okay.
I did have a question for council, primarily mayor. So we've been working through the process with the candidate for city administrator. And I don't know if there's an update from council on that for everyone.
I haven't heard an update. Update on our new candidate, Yvette?
We have finished we received the job offer agreement has been signed by the candidate and they have accepted the job offer formally. It just needs to be signed by me tomorrow when I return. And then we will have we just need to set a start date, which I believe is going to be May 22nd, Monday. And once we get them in the saddle, for the city, then we will present them to the city and hold a town hall event for them to come and meet the new city administrator and get to know her and what she can offer for the city.
Thank you. All right, anything else? I would take a motion.
I make a motion, we adjourn.
Adjourn. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Did you want to say something?
I mean, it's just for council.
You didn't second it, sorry, AJ.